So we're moving on to our final project now. And again, I'm going to do that in another scene. So I'm just going to delete everything in this one. Be sure not to save it. Just go to save as and then give it a different name. We're doing particle advection now. There we go. Save that. And go back to the start. And just, I'm going to start with just a quick kind of intro to advection before we go into the kind of final project there. So build our geometry, go inside and right click and go to, we're going to start with pyro, so we need some velocity, we need a velocity field. So a quick easy way to do that is if we go to pyro configure, you can see we've got all these configure, so that means it will drop down a string of nodes and you'll have everything you need to create a bonfire for a fireball, any of these. Let's just start with a billowy smoke. Okay, and then you can see if I press D on my background, in my viewport background, and go to dark there, and press play. We've got a smoke, a billowy smoke. Okay, so yeah, from the, if I press P to get my parameters, we won't obviously talk too much about the pyro solver. I think this, is fairly new. They've built this kind of HDA to incorporate everything that you need to build a pyro simulation within this node. So inside, you can see, they've got the kind of normal DOP network with a normal pyro solver and pyro object, like the same as the pop object, but it's all kind of wrapped up neatly in here, and then they've given us the parameters on the surface that we need. So very handy, very artist friendly. But what we need is this velocity which is coming out. Okay, that's all we're interested in. We'll get the velocity out of this simulation. We can visualize it. If you go to somewhere, setup, show hide velocity. There we go. You can see the velocity trails there. So for our pop network, if we go down to the bottom, and then maybe if we just connect that same source for the particles, and then this into the second input, back to the first frame, jump inside, and then we need the pop, oops, not poop, pop advect, advect by volumes, that's it. And then it's going to be second context geometry. Delete that. And I think that should be it. It should just work straight away now. There we go. Look at that. So our particles are looking at the velocity. Okay. You can see the name there, val, which is the same as this. Okay. I suppose you could change. No, you can't change it actually. You can change it after the fact, but just keep it the same. Keep it called val. Excuse me. And then you've got the particles following along. You can play around with how much of the strength of that velocity, or push it faster. There are three different options here. Sometimes you'll find some particles, let's see if you can get it. Yeah, you see these kind of sticking at the edge there. So that's because they're outside of that velocity field, so they don't have anything to stick to. So sometimes I think update force will avoid that. Yeah, you can see they kind of keep going afterwards. So with playing around with different options there, update velocity also does the same. So if you have that problem, use it as a wind. If what I prefer to do is just make sure that my velocity volume is bigger than the area that my particles would be blown through, or close enough, or just don't push the velocity scale up too much. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So next we'll be using this to make some bubbles.